I was going to school at the time, and I met this guy named Manny, right? And at the time, it's like I was so into music, and I always had a love for music. So I was coming home from school evening, and
it's only one God. One thing make me know that I'm in a prison. Just one thing. I just because we always I give God praise. I'ma tell you say we always.
Yes, people, good night. And you're here with your boy Caution, and right now we're going to talk about, just how I grew up pretty much, and life experiences, So just a bit of a story time, so you can call it story time with Caution. Alright, so I'm gonna look out for Coalina, because she forwarding with a lot of material for us, so get used to it, guys. So we're going like this. Yeah. And I think it was really about when I was around the age of that's about 12, 13, right? I was going to school at the time, and I met this guy named Manny, right? And at the time, it's like I was so into music, and I always had a love for music. So I was coming home from school evening, and I saw Manny. So I was like, he was like, yo, I said to him, because where I saw him was a place where it was like a hanging out area, right? Right when I get off the bus to go home, and it was close to my house. So I stopped there, and we were there talking for a while, and I ended up freestyling a few bars, making him hear it and thing, and I even remember the bars right now. I was like, yo, I'll go again. Both you war me, mind you strain yourself. First out you can't explain yourself. Boy you war me, mind you strain yourself. Make sure in the war you maintain yourself. War we, mind you strain yourself. First out you can't and then I go into some lyrics, and I say, yo, so where you start for it when? You see the gun at all like a pig stick, you stop flip quick, bust it, make your bone broke, and all the skin stripping at this AK with the banana clip fit. A lot of repetitive lyrics, you understand? So at the time he was like, yo, not repetitive lyrics, but a repetitive flow with a lot of constant bars. So he was like, yo, I really like the way you deliver your music, and as he said, you are a very talented artist and thing at the time. And he was like, yo, this is what dancehall is. And he was like, change up the flows every 4 bar, you understand? So it's like, instead of having that repetitive flow throughout the whole song, he was like, yo, let's break it down. And then I'm like, all right, cool. So I started doing that, started writing some more music on my own. And I remember asking my bigger brother if I can go by the studio, because Manny started telling me about the studio, and I was like, okay, I'm so interested into going to this place now, because I always seen it on TV and say that this is where the magic happen, this is where artists go and record themselves. So I always wanted to go. So this guy is actually giving me the opportunity to finally go to a studio. So at the time, I wasn't responsible for myself and where I want to go. I was a teenager at the time, so I had to ask my bigger brother, which was with me at the time, and we'll learn a lot more about my life in further vlogs. But for right now, yeah, it was me and my big brother, and he was the one that was supervising, every decision making. If I was to go somewhere, yeah. So I asked him if I could go to the studio, and he was like, no, because protecting his younger brother in a place like Jamaica it was definitely understandable that he didn't want me to just go to an environment that he wasn't familiar with, you understand? So I was kind of upset about it at the time, and I was like, yo, knowing the fire in me to do music, you know what I mean? Because I love doing music. And it's like, you know, to be getting stuck now, I was like, yo, I have to figure out a way around this. So the next day after school, I went back to the same location and I saw Manny again. So Manny was like, oh, you didn't come to the studio? And I was like, yeah, I'm not able to come to the studio on my free will, really. So, you know, it's my bigger brother. And he was like, yo, I'm gonna come and ask him for you then, because you're very talented. So you need to be, you know what I mean? You need to be recording. So he came by the house and he asked my bigger brother, and my bigger brother was like, yo, I'm not really sure. And then he was like, if you want, you can come by the studio yourself, and you know what I mean, get familiar with what is going on there. And he did, and find out the environment. So now that he's familiar with it, he's like, you know, you can go up there and, you know what I mean, see what you can do and thing, but be careful, give me a time to be in by and all of that, you know what I mean? But I was so excited to just be able to go. I didn't care what time he told me to come back. I was like, all right, let's go. So I went to the studio from there. I recorded a song named I recorded a song named Them No Like We, right? And it was a very good song. It was a song where give me motivation to do a lot more music up to today, you know what I mean? And show me, say, because the feedback that first song got was just crazy, because people heard it. Because at the time, our way of getting heard was to hand out CDs and give CDs to like Taxi Man and them thing there. And one at the time, my nephew Lemar, him the Spanish Town in a taxi, and him a play the song, and it's like, in the car, they must say, oh, who this? And they must say, you know, say, my uncle sing it still. And it's like, he might tell me, say, everybody I say, yo, them things say, is a big artist from somewhere with them hear before, you know what I mean? And them must say, them hear this song, and I say, yo, that song is a big song, you know what I mean? And him forward and even tell me about it, you know what I mean? And things. So it was just a more drive. And I remember in the time when Shane was sing, Jah make his thunder roll and the lightning flash. I remember I was going to high school at the time, and it's like, we were a part of the performance, because we have Idonia, we have Shane, we have a lot of other people that were QQ, all of these people that were in that time a dancer, you know what I mean? They were playing a part, and I was playing a part as well, because every school that I attended, them know me as an artist and put me on any stage show or any show where artists are forward pan. No care how big the artist is, they make sure say, yo, the youth are forward pan it, because I'm always an entertainment school, any school I'm go. You understand? So it is just, sometimes I just say a person probably even remember me by the alias that I went by in that particular time, you know what I mean? Because right now I go by Caution, most people know me as Caution, but back then when I tell you about me a DJ named Bryco, you understand? So I would change the name and change a lot about music and change a lot about lifestyle overall, you know what I mean? Because even the same guy same Manny that I was telling you guys about earlier, lost Manny early in my life too, because Manny passed away while I was going to high school, you know what I mean? And this was like a mentor of mine that, you know, brought me into music a certain way and was kicking off certain doors, you know what I mean? And thing. And it never stopped me from doing music or disencourage you when he passed away. Just know, so we have a lot of work for carry out, and you know, we are on a journey, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that made us who we are today, you know what I mean? And the reason why I said us is because really and truly, I not speak for just myself. I speak for everybody that went through certain experience that craft them into who they are today. I not sound like me a preacher or nothing, but realistically, that's the truth. You know what I mean? Everybody met somebody in them lifetime where it kind of make them, you know, believe in themselves or believe in something what them did or do at the time. You know what I mean? If it's even football you play, you find somebody, because, alright, seeing somebody on the TV, you know, and actually having a community star is different, you know. You know what I'm saying? Because you can actually go to this person and say, yo, how did you get to this level? You know what I mean? When a person on the TV, you just see them and you see them lifestyle and it look great and fancy and dandy and all, but you don't really know how did they really get to that. And it's not like you probably can hop in the comment section and try to ask, but how honest is that reply where them really are going to show in the inbox or in the reply section or in the comment section? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, them will answer you, but them not give you the nitty-gritty details. You understand what I say? So having a community star or having a community person, somebody that have made it and them inspire in some way, and you can actually go to them in person and talk to them, is a big deal. You know what I mean? That is why people that have them position there need to play a good role. You understand? And when I say a good role, I mean a positive role, because power is power, you know. Once you have power, you can take it and do what you wish. You know what I'm saying? So me just feel like, say, if we can put some better, you know what I mean, better motive behind our actions, it can be a better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the message behind it. Because really and truly, we can meet people and people can you have people, me meet people, I know people where they are jail right now. You understand? And I'm not going to say them they are jail because of a next person, but they were inspired by a next person. You understand what I say? And it's like, it caused them to feel like, say, oh, this is the way to live life, because me have a thing I'm say children live with them learn. I believe in it. Not everything, because it's not everything you see you go come do, but believe me, a lot of things that you come do as an adult, you see it somewhere before and you try to copy it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm here and I can say I've been around the good, the bad, and me can tell you, say, I always choose the right way. You know what I mean? To a certain extent. I'm not gonna tell you I'm sitting here a saint, you know, but there are certain sins and certain crimes that I've never committed, and I thank God that I've never been in the situation to have to. You understand? Because guess what? I grow to understand, say, a lot of decisions that people make is not really say they are an evil person or that is the person they are. It's just sometimes people are forced to make certain decisions. You know what I'm saying? And not saying if you do a bad thing, it is now understandable. No, you're still gonna face the consequences. So that is why it is just always good to take the good from every bad or good situation and just try to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, I can say music is what I know that I am born to do. You know what I'm saying? And I do music where real and people can understand and think. Sometimes I sing about dancehall, what is taking place in the dancehall. Sometimes I sing about what is taking place in the street. But guess what? I'm not try to limit on the bad things then. If you really check my catalog of music, you see, I'm not really too limit on bad. Either I sing about a party vibe, girl, anything, or I sing about real life, reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. And being an artist and being a YouTuber at the same time is double work. You understand? I can't tell you that. But it's like, when you know, say, you're in a field of entertainment and once you can express yourself, and I've never been shy to express myself because I never have nothing to hide yet. Really, if you say, alright then, if the world was to know that, would have to cry shame. No. You understand what I say? No, because remember, you know, first of all, God watch over we, you know. So anything I would have shame for doing in front of God then. You see me? Yeah, that means I'm gonna do it in the first place, bad man. You understand? So now, so when I make mistakes, everybody make mistakes. You understand? In a life, but guess what? What you do after you make your mistake? When you make your mistake, what you do after that? You know? So I just that me, after me make my mistake, I learn from the one day, I'ma move on. You see me I say? Yeah. So make me know how I feel about my thoughts and my story in the comment section. Really, you know what I mean? Cause I talk about a person that was my role model, you know what I mean? Person passed away, you know what I mean? Probably never telling you why or how, but it never break my spirit. So it's just a message to the people them where lose hope probably because a person, you lost a person that was supposed to play a tremendous part in your life or something like that. There's no say hope is there, you understand? And you have to just hold on and just know say stay focused and do what you that person would have want you to do. You understand? Because even my father passed away, you know what I mean? My tattoo writer, so I say R.I.P. daddy. You know what I mean? And he's another person where he's not here, but I know say there's a lot of things I have to carry out due to the love and the respect I have for him. You understand what I say? So that's another positive I take out a negative right there. You understand what I say? So I don't want people for those cause alright. I'm speaking to a younger person the other day, just like a week ago. And it's like they talk to me about dear father, and it's like really and truly I said to the person, say, yo, I understand where you're coming from with how you feel about your father so, but it's like nevertheless you have a father. You understand what I say? And the fact that your father is in your life, this is the reason why you cannot complain about daily things between you and him. If he wasn't in your life, you'd have to just tell me, say, you know, say, him not come around me. I'm gonna just have to understand that. And it's not say, yo, your father not deal with it. But you have to tell me about daily things with your father. You understand? So what I'm bringing in my brain is that you have a father for deal with daily. So whether him good or him bad, he's there. You understand? So as I said, try to take the good out of the bad. And that is Caution's story. And make me know when to think about it. Because watch now, and I can look out for a lot more, you know. Because right now sometimes I'll just be venting and making the people them know. You know? Giving something for pick from. You understand? And realistically, this are just me. I telling you about a history, a piece of history will go on. You know what I mean? I'm wanting to give me feedback on it. You see me? Remember say, you know, like, comment and share. You see it? The golden rule them there, you know, and look out for part second and part third and part. You see me? So forth. Love you know.